Hello dear students, welcome to Concept Cracker. This is your Sona ma'am. Today let us learn the basics of English grammar. This will be helpful for people to score good marks. First, let me test your knowledge. What is the smallest unit of English language? The smallest unit of English language is letter. Then, how many letters are there in English alphabet? There are 26 letters. Then what is alphabet? An alphabet is a collection of letters. Then what is letter? A letter is a particular symbol used in writing. As we have already discussed, we have 26 letters in English alphabet and 44 sounds, or we call them as phonemes. And then in that 26 letters, 5 are called vowels. And which are the vowels?
A, E, I, O, U.
The rest of 21 letters are called
consonants.
If a word is singular and along with that having vowel in front of that particular word, and we use an in front of that word. For example, half an hour, an old woman. So now let us move on to the next topic. How letter become word. Combination of letters in a meaningful manner is called word. For example, teacher, letter, student, girl, boy. Now let us understand what is sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. And again, this sentence is divided on the basis of purpose and structure. Sentence structure in English refers to how words are organized to form grammatically correct and meaningful sentence, including elements like subject, verb, object, and clause. Sentence is classified as simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence. Before discussing the classification, let us understand some terms which is important for understanding the concept. First one is subject. Subject in Kannada is known as Kartru. Raju is going to school. Here, Raju is doing some action. So, he is called subject here. Subject means the person, place, things or idea that performs the action or is being described. The next one is verb. And what do you mean by verb? Verb is an action word. Here, Raju is going to school and going is verb. Verb means the word that expresses action or a state of being. Next one is object. Raju is going to school. School is object here. Object means a noun or pronoun that receives the action of the verb. Next one is clause. A group of words containing a subject and a verb is called as clause. Raju is going to school. Here, Raju is going is a clause. In clause, there are two types. One is independent clause and one more is dependent clause. And here in independent clause, a clause that can stand alone is called as independent clause. Dependent clause. A clause that cannot stand alone as a sentence and required an independent clause is called as dependent clause. Here, Raju is going to school. In that, Raju is going is independent clause. On the other hand, with his brother is a dependent clause. Now, let us see the types of sentence. The first one is simple sentence. This simple sentence contains one independent clause. For example, the cat sat on the mat. Next one, compound sentence. Here, compound sentence contains two or more independent clause. Example, the cat sat on the mat and the dog barked. Here, the cat sat on the mat is independent clause which is having its own meaning. In the same way, the dog barked is also having its own meaning. The next one is complex sentence. Complex sentence contains one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. For example, because the cat was tired, it sat on the mat. Here, because the cat was tired is dependent. On the other hand, it sat on the mat is a independent clause. Now the last one, compound complex sentence. In this type of sentence, it contains two or more independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Example, because the cat was tired, it sat on the mat and the dog barked. Now, let us see some tips to improve your sentence structure. First one is clarity. While making sentence, make sure your sentence are easy to understand and also should be clear. Variety. Use different sentence structure to avoid monotony. Don't always use the same type of structures. Punctuation or voice modulation. Use punctuation while writing or voice modulation while talking to separate clause and phrases. Word order. Always follow word order, that is subject, verb and object. Only in English we have the structure. Always the subject will be first, verb will be in the middle and object will be in the last. And the last point is active voice. Use active voice whenever possible for clarity of what you are conveying, so the others will understand your sentence clearly. Thank you for listening.
Let us meet in another video. Until bye.